And we're back. Back with another video, man. Maybe I really am holding myself to it on this channel, huh? Just got a big old swig of water. No, I'm just playing this twos tournament, and I kind of just thought about something that I kind of want to rant about a little bit. I've just been seeing a lot of talk online lately, and it feels like, anytime you get on Twitter or YouTube, like, you just see all this stuff talking about the state of gaming and like what's going on with video games and people reminiscing the golden age of video games. And I kind of wanted to add my 2 cents in there because to me, I think you can really break down what's happening with video games right now to three main contributors. Those three I would say in order. Fortnite is number one, TikTok's number two, and then I would say COVID, the pandemic, is number three. We'll work at three, we'll work our way up, but I feel like the COVID one is the most obvious. Maybe TikTok is, but gaming was popular for sure. Teammates double commit. Gaming was popular for sure, but like it was kind of more a niche hobby still. Pre-COVID, like gaming was definitely big for sure, but pre-COVID, it was not rare to find somebody who doesn't play video games or never owned a console or has only heard of games like Call of Duty, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, like the super big ones. But honestly, like COVID just created such a false reality for companies. Let's see if I can get a flick here. Oh, I don't know where he's going. Thanks, bro. But gaming just created such a, or sorry, not gaming, COVID just created such a false reality with the numbers, because obviously with the pandemic, like the whole world went into quarantine and everybody was inside. They weren't allowed to go outside, or they didn't have a job, or they were working from home. So like everybody's stuck in the house. They got to find something to do in the house. And if everyone feels like they've watched everything on Netflix and Hulu and all that, so what better thing to pick up than gaming, right? So obviously everybody was gaming. That's why you've seen the success of games like Fortnite, Rocket League, Call of Duty. Like Warzone, for example, was huge during COVID. Huge. I actually want to look up some of those numbers after this game, but it felt like everybody was playing games. And that's something that hadn't happened before. And like an analogy for that is like, imagine there's a town with two grocery stores and one of them goes under construction for like fucking, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. Well, everybody has to shop at the other one. The pass. Everybody's got to shop at the one now. But once that construction is done on the other store, then like obviously the numbers are going to go back to normal. But for the time being, that 6 months that the store is under construction, that other store is experiencing crazy growth. And so like you had a bunch of games that were hitting numbers that they had never hit before. You had Warzone, for example. Call of Duty had always been one of the most popular games out there. It's always in the top best selling games. It was hitting numbers like literally unheard of on Warzone. This dude don't know what he's doing. But all these companies, I think they saw like these numbers and was like, oh, we need to cash in on this. And for some reason, nobody stepped up to the table and was like, this is not sustainable. Like quarantine's not going to last forever. So you had all these companies trying to set these expectations for all these super big games. Like everybody wanted to be the next Fortnite, the next Roblox, the next Warzone. But like it's just unrealistic. Like you can't do that. Oh, I should have went. Got it. But the second thing I would say, like, because COVID's pretty obvious. I think everybody knows that. Like, people who weren't gaming were now gaming. I was hoping you saw that pass back. But TikTok, to me, is another one. It's kind of ruined, like, the attention span of gamers. Like, people need something to chew on at all times, or else they get immediately uninterested. And that's why you see games like Fortnite, or even Call of Duty to an extent, have added so much like unnecessary shit to the game. It's just like, I don't know why I was backward. I thought teammate was down below. All these games now just have so much going on. Like, that's why I like Rocket League, because it can get really mechanically intense. But I mean, for the most part, this game is simple, bro. There's a ball, there's 2 nets, and there's cars. And you gotta score and play defense. That's all it is. I enjoy the simplicity of that. I miss the simplicity of the old Call of Duties, where it was just point, shoot your gun. Like, it's basically all there was to do. Is he making solo plays or no? But TikTok, you know, everybody just constantly has to have something going on. It's a constant need for a dopamine rush. Take that and score it. Alright, spawned in. Constant need for a dopamine rush. No way, I thought for sure I could get that boost. But lastly, I think people recognize this, but I don't think people recognize the extent that Fortnite has really been a double-edged sword for gaming. It's brought in so many people and it's created so many good sub-genres of games, and it's inspired so many good games. But at the same time, bro, like, the introduction of the Battle Pass has been so detrimental to gaming. Microtransactions were already like kind of hurting gaming. It's a nice own goal. With like supply drops, and you know, Rocket League used to have crates. Those are basically supply drops. And a Battle Pass was like kind of a supply drop where you saw what you were getting, but you have to devote your time to it. And it just became such a money-making machine. What is going on? Are these dudes forfeiting already? Anyways, a Battle Pass has become such a money-making machine, especially in a game like Fortnite, that it's hard to find a game now that doesn't have some sort of Battle Pass or Season Pass in it. You know, Rocket League has a Rocket Pass, Fortnite has a Battle Pass, Call of Duty has a Battle Pass, Siege has a Battle Pass, fucking 2K and Madden have seasonal passes in them now. Like, at what point is it too much to be a seasonal style game? Like, I miss the days of Call of Duty when it was 4 DLC packs. GG's, we're moving on in the tourney. But do you remember back in like Black Ops 1, I believe, was the first one to do 4 DLC packs, and then it felt like every Call of Duty after that for a little while? Why are we champ and they're diamond? What is going on? But Black Ops 2, for example, like, you could, when you bought the game, you could buy the season pass for $50. That would give you access to every single DLC pack that came out from that point forward. Or you could just buy them individually. But they would be spaced out like 3 to 4 months apart, and they would give you 4 multiplayer maps, a zombies map, and then the one in BO2 actually added a gun. That was pretty groundbreaking at the time. But now, I mean, now, like I said, you can't find a game that doesn't have a battle pass in it. And then you combine that with short attention spans, so it feels like everybody has this fear of missing out. It's FOMO. So it's like, all right, I gotta be glued, gotta have something to do, gotta do this, gotta complete these challenges, gotta win this many games, gotta unlock this before it disappears because it's only in this battle pass and it'll be limited edition. And then like item shops, Fortnite for example added the item shop. It made items rare, and then you had people like hunting down these items, like Renegade Raider for example, or like, you know, not even in the item shop, you think of the battle pass skins like the Black Knight, like, or the John Wick skin. Like, people wanted those, man. Like, they were selling accounts that had them for like hundreds to thousands of dollars. This dude's crazy. But COVID, for real, like the combination of the battle pass and everybody seeing how much money you can make on a free-to-play game and stuff, COVID just like heightened that so much, because Fortnite was popping before COVID. Like, Fortnite was popping like 2017, 2018. It was doing whatever it wanted. How did that just go towards the net? Anyways, COVID though, like everybody just kind of saw an opportunity to make money off of games. And I think that's the biggest thing is like back in the day, bro, gaming used to be a passion project. Like, yeah, there was companies making money off games, but for the most part, like it was just creative, dedicated, passionate people that were making stuff. And then now like everybody's like, oh, we can make this game that has this kind of hook in it, and then we're gonna add this battle pass and all these fancy skins that cost this kind of money. How did I not save that, bro? I'm actually a bot. One thing I was gonna touch on from the first video, it's so hard to play while talking. Like I kind of got it down a little bit back in the day when I was making these videos, but like now that I'm back into it, like, and I'm early on in this, it's pretty hard to play and talk at the same time. At least to like be locked in, you know. Oh, I should messed up that play. But I miss when it was like a passion project, man. Like I feel like people weren't in it for the money; they were in it to try and make something cool, you know, like make something like a Halo or an MW2. Like people were making these great games. I should have put that more center. People were making these great games. Like I know Halo, for example, was just these dudes who were roommates in college that made a game. Oh my God, how did he flick that? Oh, what a save, teammate. I'm yapping really hard. I need to try and focus a little bit, or we're gonna be fucking booted from this tournament. Yeah, Halo was made in a fucking dorm room, bro. Like, and Halo is like one of the greatest game series of all time. I just yacked his boost again. This dude's gotta hate me. But like now it's just, you know, it's just a bunch of companies that are owned by big corporation parent companies. Ah, bro, I'm selling so bad. Look, teammate wants to forfeit. I can't. I was complaining about the crybabies, but I can't even complain. I'm playing really bad. He wants to forfeit. Yeah, sorry, brother. We'll try and play this out. We'll see if we can get a little motion going. We're not in the champ yet, by the way, but our tournament rank for some reason is up to champ. So I guess that's a sign of what's to come. Hopefully, we hope. But I mean, you know, just to piggyback on everything we said, like. It's been hard to find games that are like super fun and like multiplayer wise. I mean, there's still a lot of good story games being made, I think. I'd hope I didn't score that. There's still a lot of good single player games being made. Oh my God, I'm so bad. But multiplayer, you know, like stuff like Call of Duty and whatever new battle royales and extraction shooters they're making. I'm not a big fan of the extraction shooters. Look that up. Oh, I was hoping he would pass it. I'm not a big fan of the extraction shooters, but they seem to be the new battle royale. I felt like every game was making a battle royale at one point. It's now like extraction shooter. I see there was actually just a rumor yesterday that Epic Games is making a Disney character extraction shooter. That's gotta be something crazy. How did that? Oh, he must have touched it. I was wondering how that didn't go towards the net. We don't score here soon. Yep. Alright, teammate. I'll holla at you later, brother. Moral of the video is gaming used to be fun, man. Used to be really fun. I think it's still kind of fun, but it needs a resurgence that isn't business focused. And you know, the way the economy is right now and with how much money people have already made off of video games, I think it's going to be hard to get back to that point. But who knows, man? Who knows?